When most people hear treasure hunt, they think of pirates in three-pointed hats, booby traps, and chests filled with gold doubloons or priceless artifacts. In Arkansas, however, siblings Ethan and Paige Schoen found a different type of treasure, one that goes beyond collector's items. The NTQ's Golden Medallion offers not only a signature treasure piece, but a door to exploration, community engagement, and a window to our shared history.
We are from Wisconsin, but in the dead of winter, we wanted to find some warmth. Looking for an adventure, see what we could find, and we got more than we expected. I'm Ethan Schoen.
I'm Paige Schoen. We found ourselves in a situation that I think you could only describe as fate.
Yeah, once in a lifetime, that's for sure.
We planned nothing for this trip.
Oh no, so we figured, okay, let's go south 10 hours. Where's that? Arkansas.
He texted me on Wednesday and I looked at my phone and I'm like, sure, what else am I doing?
Yeah, do you want to go? Sure.
And so we got down here and we're like, well, now what?
I think we've always been pretty large travelers, always wanting to, at least.
A lot of wanderlust in our family.
A lot of wanderlust, maybe not always acting on it, but I think COVID definitely helps. You're cooped up, so it's almost kind of random. There really was no rhyme or reason to it other than, we just wanted to get away and take a trip.
Arkansas was the closest to spring we could find.
Yeah, exactly. I, being an avid geocacher, kind of like to let that guide what I do. I saw that there were 26 earth caches just in this Tanyard Creek Park, the waterfall, that kind of thing, or some of the rock formations. Ultimately, I think why people would be interested in something like this, like finding a coin out in nature. It's very similar. It ultimately led me to that, so that's why I say it's almost kind of like a fate thing, like once in a lifetime opportunity here. One of the earth caches that we ended up doing took some teamwork. So there was a suspension bridge, and Paige actually had to stand in the middle of the bridge, and I was supposed to take a stick and throw it into the water, time the flow rate. How long does it take from me throwing into the stick to when it gets to her? So it's almost very similar to a treasure hunt. You're given these steps in order of what you're supposed to do to find it. So we got to our starting point, and I believe it was cross over the bridge and search for a giant oak. So we're walking along, across the bridge. We come to a giant oak tree. And we kind of looked at each other. And, oh, well, this must be it.
Yeah.
And then the next step was search for a natural staircase. So to the right of the oak tree, there was kind of a little path down to the water. It's like, oh, well, this must be it. There's a natural staircase. It only makes sense. So I had said, well, start looking, that kind of thing. Like we figured. I guess we didn't know for sure that that's where it was supposed to be, but it fit the clues, that kind of thing. And probably not 10 seconds later, Paige says, oh, well, this is it? So nonchalantly, like, oh,
yeah,
perfect,
like
yeah, good.
Like, this is what we're looking for.
Yeah, we got it. Like, it is what it is. So it was kind of in a rock crevice, kind of down, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get dirty. Like, there's a lot of mud and leaves, and I don't know what else going on in there. Like, you can stick your hand in the crevice.
Yeah, I'll do the dirty work. What's this? The NTQ. So we end up pulling out a pretty legit looking coin. A nice bright gold. Somebody obviously put a lot of time into this. I almost put it back, not knowing what it was.
Almost left it.
Would have been a huge mistake.
I would have come back for it.
We knew it was legit. We figured it was legit just based on the quality of the coin.
Well, yeah, you feel that thing, and it's hefty.
So I said, well, here, let's take it, put it in my pocket, that kind of thing, thinking that it was a geocache. I still thought at that point, like, oh, well, we'll research this on the way home. Like, it was unbelievable. We were already well into Missouri. We were almost to Kansas City by the time she figured it out. Went on your website, saw your guys' video, saw that this is legitimate.
Like reading through the contracts, I'm like, there's got to be something wrong with this. Like, there's no way.
This can't be real. Like, when in our lives ever are we going to see something like this again?
Like, what are the absolute odds that we were in that spot on that day? It was one of those things where we're like, do we need to just stop and celebrate for a second?
Take a breath, yeah. Yeah, it was wild. That was a really fun moment for us, is the realization that this was legit. In our case, yes, we did find it on accident, but you know, that's really fun in and of itself. Like that's treasure hunting. Sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
some of the best discoveries are found on accident. A lot of it's on the honor system. You know, and I really like that. It's something I believe in. Like, there's a lot of opportunities to do the right thing. And in this, I think we agree that we were so excited about it that if we put ourselves in your guys' shoes, trying to get this thing started and doing it, we would want people to do the right thing, because it's so easy for people to do the wrong thing, and it would ruin it for everybody. All right, so it's right in here, 10 feet away. Say your coordinates are a mile away, and you walk on a fantastic hiking trail. It's not about the cache, honestly. It's kind of about the journey to get there, which I think that's what a lot of people do it for. You know, if they were all, you know, little tubes on a road sign, I don't think anybody would do it, that kind of thing. Same with treasure hunting, like these coins. If everybody knew where they were at and could find them in a week, I don't think anybody would do it. It's about the journey. It's about you finding new places. Even if you don't find it, it's fun to get out and do it. With the kind of the local treasure hunt, there, you know, people get all hyped up about that. They didn't even need to find it to have a ton of fun. They're always posting on there about, you know, had a great time with the family, went out, found a new path that we've never seen. We've lived here for 20 years, that kind of thing.
I feel like you always stumble across really interesting people when you're doing it too. Suddenly you're striking up a new conversation with someone you met 3 seconds ago.
Yeah.
You know, I think there are a lot of people that don't think they'll like the outdoors. They don't think they're gonna like nature because for a lot of them they've learned about it from school. But something like the NTQ gets you out into nature, and when you're experiencing it and you're out in nature or like visiting a battlefield like we do with caches, it's one of those things where you're learning without realizing it, and you realize how much fun learning can be, how much fun nature can be.
Yep.
And I think NTQ just really offers that accessibility.
With the Forest Fen treasure, that kind of the idea of like myself going and finding that, it's fun to think about, but maybe not super realistic. Like we're from Wisconsin, so say we see on the website Wisconsin's medallion is hidden. Okay, perfect. Like that could be me now.
Like this is my state. Like let's go do it. Let's go drive 3 hours and try and find this versus let's go across the country to the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah. You know, with us finding medallion, you see it. Like, anybody could do it.
Yeah, it definitely draws people in. It's such a cool thought, and I feel like anybody who wants to get on to nature anyway, like this is something to do.
For people kind of looking to get involved with the NTQ, I think it's a good gateway to something bigger. You know, signing up's very easy. It's very straightforward, and kind of getting yourself into that world of treasure hunting. It's not necessarily always about the find. It's about all the other things. It's about getting out and the journey of the hunt. And I do believe that's what the NTQ is all about.